Hello and welcome. In today's class, we'll see how we can solve the Fibonacci string problem that appeared in ISC Computer Science 2014 theory paper. So let's take a look at the question first. So according to the question, a sequence of Fibonacci strings is generated as follows. A is the first string, B is the second string, and every new string is generated by concatenating the previous string, or you can say the previous two strings. So the last string is concatenated with the second last string. And so for n terms, this will be the sequence. This is how the sequence will appear. So we have to design a class FiboString to generate the Fibonacci strings. And some of the members of the class are given below. The class name, and these are the data members X, Y, and Z. So X stores the first string value, Y stores the second string value, and Z will store the concatenation of the previous two string values. And N is the number of terms. Next, we have a constructor where X will be equal to A initially, Y will be equal to B, and Z will be equal to BA. We have the accept function to input the value of N as the number of terms. And then we have the generate function where we will actually generate and print the Fibonacci strings. We also need to create the main function to create an object and call the functions accordingly to enable the task. So that's the question. Let's start writing the program to solve this question. So here I've created a file fibostring.java. Let's start writing the program. So we start with the import statement. We create the class FiboString. Then we create the data members. So string X, string Y, and string Z. We then create N, int N, to store the number of terms. Then we have a non-parameterized constructor. So public FiboString. So we will initialize X as A, Y as B, Z as BA, and we can also write N as 0. Next, we create the accept function to input the value of N. So for that, we will require a scanner object. And we ask for the value of N. And then we create the generate function. So public void generate to generate and print the Fibonacci series. So we can write that if N is 1, then we are only going to print one value. So system.out.println. So X will be the first value in that case. Else if N is 2, then we are going to print the first two values X and Y. So X, comma, Y. Else if N is greater than 2. We could write println here instead of print. And here, when N is greater than 2, then we use the print statement instead of println, and we print the first two values without the loop, and the remaining terms will be printed using the loop. So after this, we begin the loop with I starting from 3, not 1, because the first two terms, x and y, are already printed. And now we are going to print the third term. That's why I should start from 3 and it should go up to n I plus plus. Now here we are going to concatenate the last two values to get the next value. So we can write z equals y plus x. So y is the last value, x is the second last value. So this is the order that we need to maintain. We cannot write x plus y here. Otherwise, our pattern won't match with the one that's given in the question. And once we have generated this term, we can now print it using the print statement. So first of all, we print a comma and then we print the next term. And after that, we need to update the values of x and y also. So x will take y's value and y will take z's value. And this is how we keep getting the next terms each time. And our generate function is complete. So let's create the main function now. And here in main, we create an object of the Fibostring class. So you can see the constructor has been executed here while creating the object. And through the object, we call the accept function. And finally, the generate function. And our program is complete. Let's save it and let's run this program and check the output. So Java Fibostring. So it is asking for the value of n. If I give 5, so we are getting the first 5 terms, exactly how it was shown in the question. So I hope you have understood how to solve the Fibonacci string problem. Thank you for watching and see you soon in the next class.